What if I told you that everything holding you back is an illusion, a fragile wall built by fear, doubt, and the opinions of others? Impossible is not a truth, it's a challenge. It's the universe daring you to step forward, to face the discomfort, and to prove that the word holds no power over you. The truth is, most people settle for less because it's easier. It's easier to scroll mindlessly, to drown in distractions, to live in the safety of someday. But deep down, you know better. You feel it, the nagging voice that reminds you of the dreams you've shelved, the potential you've ignored, the life you've yet to create.
Right now, you're standing at a crossroads. On one side is the comfort of familiarity, the habits, the excuses, the self-imposed limits that keep you where you are. On the other side is the unknown, a path that demands courage, effort, and sacrifice. It's terrifying, isn't it? But let me ask you this. Is staying where you are really less terrifying? Waking up every day knowing you're settling for a fraction of what you're capable of is its own kind of hell.
The pain of staying the same will always outweigh the fear of change. And when you realize that, when it clicks, you'll stop hesitating. You'll stop waiting for the perfect moment or the right opportunity, because you'll understand that you are the opportunity. You have everything you need inside of you to start. Not tomorrow, not next week. Now,
impossible is just a big word thrown around by small men. Find it easier to live in a world they've been given than to explore the power they have to change it. Impossible is not a fact, it's an opinion. Impossible is not a declaration, it's a dare.
So I know why you go on Instagram, I know why because you just have the time. You have the time because you don't want to put that time into bettering oneself.
Start going after your goals, and you start achieving them. People will start looking at you differently. And secretly, they will start hoping that you fail, because it will make them feel better about the action they have never taken.
Progression, start going after your goals and you start achieving them, people will start looking at you differently. And secretly, they will start hoping that you fail, because it will make them feel better about the action they have never taken.
Get started and stay consistent. You have things to share with the world that only you can deliver, but you'll never experience them. If all you replay in your mind are doubts and excuses on why going after your dreams now isn't a good time, you have what it takes. Get out of your own way. Don't count yourself out yet. Everything you want to achieve is possible. It might take time, effort, and discipline, but it's all within reach.
So if you're in the woods and you don't know where to go, start walking. You got to start walking, because the perspective is not going to change. You have to start moving forward. You have to start taking steps in order to improve your vision, improve your perspective, change your perspective, make some kind of progress. And worst case scenario, you figure out that you walked the wrong direction, okay? Now, you can walk in the other direction, and that's going to be fine, but standing there, lost and not doing anything is just waiting to die, waiting to starve to death.
only thing in life that stands between you, everything you've ever wanted to do, is doing it. Not preparing to do it, not scheduling time to do it, not telling people you're going to do it, not reading books about how to do it, not watching videos about how to do it, but instead actually doing it.
There's a saying, this quote, that I really believe in. That when the pain of the current reality becomes greater than the fear of change, that's when we change. So like when you become that, when the pain becomes so intense that it's greater than the fear that you have of the unknown, then you'll go into the unknown. You can stand there at the door looking at this abyss, but when it becomes so painful that you walk into that's when the change. But there's a hell of a lot more to you than you think, like way more enough to cope with the trouble of the world. Inside you, there's enough to cope with the trouble, and you, if you had enough courage, you could let that out. Enough courage and faith, you could you could let that out and everything would be better because
only fail because they get caught up into what winning was. It's supposed to fail. It's important time you're supposed to get knocked down a couple times. You're supposed to lose. That's how you learn perfection is only a word, because imperfection was discovered. You can't be perfect without knowing what imperfect is. You have to experience imperfection at some point to go, now I'm perfect.
Feel something is shifting. Some people are not strong enough to adapt to the change. Some people don't know how to put it into practice. In order to go with the change, there will come the time, and it's not going to take long, where a natural separation is going to take place. A natural separation, the ones that are able to read the signs, that are able to go with what is happening, to adapt to the changes this world is bringing to us, they will move on to another world. Other people that are unwilling, unable, may be incapable of adapting to the coming changes. It is simple like this: they will stay with the old world, which is about to end.
The eagle flies at a certain altitude, and the only other bird flies at that altitude is another eagle. So if he finds himself flocking with pigeons, he may be flying too low.
One of the things limiting you from your income, your impact a world-class life. You care too much about what people think about you. You can be world-class, you can fit in with the world. You don't get to do both. One thing I've learned is everyone has an opinion. Why let the opinions of other people deny you from a life that will make history?
this is my question to you. When you go free yourself, how long are you going to stay in this pain, expecting change to happen in your life? How long are you going to stay in this situation, expecting things to change in your life? You've been here for the last year, the last 5 years, the last decade, staying in the same mess, accepting the same mess, and wonder why you're stressed, wonder why you're not happy, wonder why you're not fulfilled, wonder why you're not experiencing the life that you deserve to experience. When you go free yourself from the pain, when you go free yourself from suffering for less. Because I want to tell you right now, you don't have to accept it. I know you know that, but I need you to feel that. Understand that you don't got to accept it. You don't have to stay where you're just tolerated and not celebrated. You don't have to stay where you're not happy. You don't have to stay where you're not being better. You don't have to stay where you're suffering. You can free yourself from it.
So here's the truth. The life you want is waiting for you, but it won't wait forever. Each moment you hesitate, each excuse you make, you're letting another opportunity slip away. The world doesn't need another person trapped by fear, settling for mediocrity, or waiting for someone else to save them. The world needs you, the real you, the one who refuses to be defined by limits, doubts, or the judgments of others.
Impossible? That's just a word. Your actions will redefine it. Your courage will rewrite it. And when you finally step up, when you choose to take that first step into the unknown, you'll find that the path was never as scary as it seemed. You'll discover strength you never knew you had, and your story will become the proof that others need to believe in themselves. So what will it be? Another day of waiting or the first day of the rest of your life? The choice is yours. It's always been yours. Take it, own it, and show the world what impossible truly looks like when it's conquered.